Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining me as always. It's greatly appreciated to have your company here. And as always, before I start, a couple of things. First off, make yourself comfortable. Slide into that big comfy chair of yours or that office chair. Adjust that computer. Fiddle with your phone or your tablet, get it all set up nice. Make sure the colors are good. Make sure the audio quality is also good. And grab your favorite beverage. Today mine is Pellegrino water. And you know something? The can and my shirt, pink and green, match that robot. So if you have your beverage in hand, and maybe it's the morning and you have that hot, delicious, caffeinated coffee that I always start my morning with, and a delicious snack on the side, we're ready to go. And as always, take a second to subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. A couple of things I learned. I think YouTube monitors somehow, or the algorithms, they pick up asking people to subscribe actually gets you more favorable treatment, if you could believe it. So now that I know that, and I've been asking anyway, and I kind of suspected that, but the algorithms are a funny thing. I don't really know how they work. I could tell you just, from these shorts I've been making. I kind of enjoy the shorts because they're easy to make, 15 seconds or less. Now, any video under a minute would be counted as a short. I think they were just trying to have a database, or not a database, like a volume of shorts to compete with TikTok. So they were defaulting anything under a minute as shorts. So, that was just like a very feeble attempt. But now I think they're encouraging more, and they give you more favorable treatment. The only thing that I find really strange, like I did that shark video. It got almost 1,000 views, like quick, a matter of hours. And then all of a sudden it just flatlined. And where the Lucy spinning around my lovely Bichon, that was just flatlined for 2 days. And then all of a sudden it popped up to 500 views out of the blue. 2 days later, it just started spiking up. So there's something strange in the way these things are manipulated. Anyway, you're seeing this video, and I'm doing it very recent, actually the day before you see this. I'm filming this Monday afternoon with my Pellegrino that I showed you, and a couple of things. I'm going to start linking more, and I actually put them on the homepage of this channel, the other links, and I'm expanding. I finally decided to get a presence on Twitter. The first and only person I'm following there is the Robot Hut, because that's the only one I found. So I'm going to ask you, if you're on Twitter, and I know this is about, I'm probably 15 years too late, but I'll tell you why I'm doing this and really pushing all the different social medias, with the exception of Instagram. I've yet to decide if I want to do Instagram because I had such a bad experience with Facebook. I'm a little leery on Instagram, but at some point when the museum gets rolling and I have professional web designs and I'm doing e-commerce and things like that, there's also going to be a social aspect to the museum, which will be a completely separate entity. At first, I thought about rolling this channel into that somehow, and it just doesn't make sense. I think the algorithms themselves actually favor something new and exciting, so we'll leave this be. And this is kind of my legacy channel anyway. Crappy, crude videos, so to speak. And so for me, this will be a good comparison if I actually ever had to, pay people to do social media stuff to see if it gets any traction. I mean, pay in the, hoping that they would get some kind of return, obviously, like whether it's, in the e-commerce area. That would be really the only area that it would be beneficial. So, by doing this myself, I kind of get to see the different strategies that I would use versus what they would use. And it's also nice. And also, I always like to increase exposure to the hobby first and foremost, obviously, or else I wouldn't even be bothering with a museum. So, it's a very multifaceted approach, and a lot of different reasons that I, besides that, obviously, that I want to continue to push different platforms and just to get people away from the traditional legacy big tech, because I did have the experience where Facebook locked me out for several months and I lost, 2,000 images, a lot of which were toys, and was really disturbing. And even though I did get back on there, you'd never know. And I always wonder, like, could these videos disappear? So the more you're on, and I encourage all you other creators out there that you obviously I follow, consider other platforms in the sense of you want to protect your content, because if it disappears from here and this is the only platform you're on, you may never see it again. Anyway, as I spin my fidget spinner, because this really matches this robot, the colors, to a T. It's pinkish and greenish, and just like my Pellegrino, the aforementioned, and my hoodie. Anyway, I have another Looky Robot. You may have seen one before. I had the yellow Looky Robot, loose, and now I have a pink Looky Robot, loose again. Damn it, no box. And, you know, I just wanted to do this kind of quick and easy. So I remember John at the Robot Hut said, you know, use the key to wind the side. And that one didn't have a key. So this one has a key. I have no idea if this is the right key, because it does nothing. It doesn't fit anything. The only side would be here. Let's see if I can get that clear. And this is just an empty shaft. So this key does absolutely nothing. Now, did something break off of there? I'm trying to visualize in my head what, you know, obviously that's where you would turn the gear. So the only possible location for the key working would be here, but did this have something sticking out of that shaft? I don't know. And I don't know where the yellow one is. And I actually looked at the video. I don't even think I picked that yellow one up. So we have another another unfortunate situation where I cannot demo it. But, you know, I thought, like, this is more of a call to arms, you know, like I said, to check out my links and go to my other social medias places. And also, by the way, for communication, too. Sometimes it's, you know, easier to message people on those different platforms, whether it's Twitter and, you know, obviously, if, you know, Facebook is another one, but I don't really tie into Facebook. I don't really have a specific Facebook presence for this channel in specific. I'll have to see if I could set that up. But, you know, a lot of my friends on Facebook do follow this also. So anyway, so remember, like, when you're done with this video, check out the other stuff, especially Twitter, because like I said, it's easier to message people on that. And you know, maybe we'll change that from kind of like a political cesspool that it is, because that's all it's become. You know, kind of make it fun. It used to be like a fun site, and now it's just, you know, just a bunch of angry, you know, cynical, whining, you know, just I don't know what. So I don't know. Can we make Twitter fun again, or is it going to be eventually like a MySpace? And here, as I'm talking, I'm kind of showing you the different angles of this guy. Man, I wish this key worked, because I would have liked to see these gears spin. And I'm trying to think, like, what could have broken off the shaft, though? And this arm is so stiff, too. Like, it could barely have clearance, you know, for the key, I guess. And look at the end of this key. The plastic, the green isn't even the same color, so I don't know. This was a Smith House thing. I'll have to ask Craig, you know, what's going on with this key, this pseudo key. On this side, you have nothing, absolutely nothing. But, you know, at the end of the day, I do like the Looky robots. They're kind of cool. They definitely go good with the rest of those, like, Hong Kong see-through robots. You know, so if nothing else, they round out your see-through robot display. And eventually, one day, I'll get one that has a proper key and a proper shaft sticking out so I can twist it and wind it. But that's pretty much it. So let me know what you think of the Looky Robot. On Alphadrome's database, by the way, they refer to this as having cheaper plastic than the other see-through robots. I don't know that I agree with that. This plastic is actually pretty thick. You know, I'd say it's comparable. It's not any more brittle or anything like that. So that's it, my friends. Let me know what you think. And again, thanks for your time as always. I appreciate it. Like I said, this was more of a, you know, kind of a request to check out the other social media sites, especially Twitter. So I'll have like a reason to post stuff there, you know. And I also like the name placeholder too, because you don't want somebody to kind of like take your name, because that would kind of suck. they could impersonate you, and I don't want that. So thanks as always. Again, let me know what you think, and if you like it, don't forget to thumb up the video, what you think of the Looky Robot, and I appreciate your time as always. And with that, I'll talk to you later.